guess my question to you is, Mike, is that, are we ready for the net zero transition?
And I think in some ways we are. So what's happened with the decarbonisation of electricity in the UK and other marketplaces has been superb. Again, long-term policy commitments has helped us shift into offshore wind in the UK. And without any sort of change in our everyday lives, the electrons still flow into our computers, our lights, etc., we've seen a very significant shift. Now, that was easy. When we start to ask people to own an electric car that requires to be charged rather than filled up in a petrol station in a very different way, that becomes harder. When we start to ask people to consume a different form of diet, that becomes harder. When we start to look at the heat networks we all depend upon, that becomes harder. When we start to look at heavy goods vehicles, do we do electrification? Do we do hydrogen? Do we do biomethane? That becomes harder. So I think we're underestimating, possibly because electricity has been relatively easy, and I stress the word relatively, whether we can sort of stumble and tumble through the next ones as quickly, and I don't think we can. So we need to create a society that is much more carbon literate, as citizens, as electors, as investors, as consumers. Only with that impetus from people saying that I will vote for a government that believes in this, I will buy from businesses that put low carbon alternatives in front of me. Only when we've got that flywheel spinning will we start to get the solutions we need. And very specific on diesel cars, petrol cars, I think the government is looking to do it quicker and probably will. And this is a role for government, is to find that sweet spot that is challenging for society. Few people will mumble and grumble on Twitter about it, but it sends a very powerful signal to the automobile producers that there is a sunset date on new petrol and diesel. They need to accelerate their shift into electrification and building the factories and networks to deliver it and the technologies. So this is the role of government, is to put down significant marker steps and dates, but then leave business to innovators to the exact pathway to get to it.